Coming up next on this edition of In the City, we'll show you why one Murfreesboro fire station has a direct path to Stones River. Also, St. Clair's recent open house was a huge success. Plus, we highlight the newest section of the Murfreesboro Greenway. And a Murfreesboro couple is reunited with their wedding ring that was lost over 30 years ago. We'll tell you all about those stories and more coming up right now on this edition of In the City. Welcome to another edition of In the City, your source for what's happening right here in the city of Murfreesboro. I'm Michael Linn White. Summer is always a busy season for water rescues, so the Murfreesboro Fire Rescue Department trains in the water as much as they can.
So we're at fire station number 4, which is located on Medical Center Parkway along the Stones River Greenway at Ransom's Mill. So if you're coming across Medical Center, it's the dam right there, the Lowhead Dam. Our station is the water rescue station. Our station has 2 motorized boats and 2 inflatable rafts and 1 Lowhead Dam raft, which is the raft there launching in the river right there. On a Lowhead Dam, what tends to happen and when the water's up, the turbulence is created from the dam and people can get trapped in that. So they're inherently dangerous, especially when the water's moving. So that boat allows us to get right up to the dam from the downstream side. A lot of times in the summer, when we get a really good rain, you'll have a lot of kayakers get out in the river and they get stranded, the water's up, it's overpowering them, they get tired, they get trapped out in the middle on an island, and we get called to come out and get them. So today we're working on just fundamentals. We're working on survival swimming, entry and exiting out of the water. If our raft happens to be flipped over, how to flip the raft back over, so we're working with our guys on that. Using throw bags to throw to potential victims, practicing that. We also worked on foot entrapments, which is where we're down there and where the water was moving. And a foot entrapment is somebody's in the water and their foot gets stuck and they can't get themselves self-rescued, so they're stuck there. And what we did is we threw a rope over the victim so they could hold themselves up and keep their head out of water. We came in from downstream side using a wedge walk, which we put the firefighters in basically a pyramid and walk towards the victim, and then somebody comes up and frees their leg out from underneath. And that's what we practice doing there. And that's something that can happen when the water's moving but not super fast, and a fisherman might get out in the water and get trapped because the water's moving a little bit and they want to get out there where the water's moving to fish and they get their foot trapped and stuck. So that's a real life scenario that we can get as well. The more times we get our hands on the equipment, the better it is for us. That way when an emergency does happen, we're ready to go. We've also got our motorized Zodiac boat out here today, and we're doing boat operations and getting our new guys that haven't operated the boat to be able to get out here on the water when in calm conditions, so they learn how to operate the boat properly. And then gradually, as we get a rainy day, we'll come out here and be out here when the water's up and get them out here on that. And we've had a lot of new promotions in the fire department, and a lot of new people come to this station. So we want them, they've all had water rescue training, the basics, but we want them to be up to our standard. So getting them out here on the water just helps us be able to accomplish that. This is one of the most dangerous things we do in the fire service. We are an all hazards department. The special operations stations, which is Station 11 out on Fortress Boulevard or Blaze Drive, Station 4, which is Medical Center Parkway right here on the river, and Station 1, which is downtown, we all function together, and one station might be the primary of a certain discipline and the other station backs that other station up. So redundancy is very important in our department, and our chief has planned very well to make sure that we're well equipped to have what we need, and it's strategically placed as well.
St. Clair Senior Center opens its doors to hundreds of guests for their first grand opening in over a year. St. Clair Senior Center opens its doors to an excited crowd. For the first time in over a year, the center is now fully open and registering seniors for new and existing programs and activities.
It was lonely not having the seniors here. As much as the seniors missed us, we missed them just as much. So just to have them here doing our activities and get back to our normal course of our activities is it's a passion for us.
This event is designed to let the community know everything St. Clair has to offer.
We do bingo, Tai Chi, fitness classes, leisure classes, arts and craft classes, a travel program. We have a little bit of everything for everybody.
Some of the members we spoke to come to the center every single day. They tell us programs and staff are the main reasons it's such a special place.
It lets the older people get out and enjoy meeting each other and get physically fit, and they just got lots of good programs here.
If you missed this open house event, don't worry. You can sign up for programs or become a member at St. Clair for free at any time.
Well, I tell you, I look forward to this every day. Every day, I look forward to it.
For CityTV, Michael Linn White. The Murfreesboro Greenway system just extended the trail to a very popular park in the southern part of Rutherford County.
Phase 4 of the Murfreesboro Greenway system was the last stretch completed that extended it to Barfield Crescent Park. Parks and Recreation Assistant Director Rachel Singer talks about the new stretch at the ribbon-cutting event.
So Phase 4 completes the Murfreesboro Stones River Greenway to the southern terminus, which is right here in Barfield Crescent Park, where you're all sitting. The almost 3 miles of this section follows the West Fork of the Stones River through limestone bottom rivers and tributaries, hardwood forests, cedar-like glade environments. Mature trees, native wildflowers, and rock outcrops dot the landscape to make an enjoyable corridor through multiple habitats. Wildlife is abundant, such as our famous great horned owls, bobcats, and deer, which are all observable along the meandering asphalt trail. 3 river crossings on this section. 2 are steel bridges, which are beautiful. 3 new trailheads accompany this section. Each trailhead offers parking, trash receptacles, benches, map and rule kiosks, and 2 of our trailheads also offer interpretive panels about the local flora and fauna, just like the one behind me, so I encourage you guys to look at it and read over it. Since the inception of the first leg of the Murfreesboro Greenway system on the north side of the county about 20 years ago, patrons have expressed a desire for the trail to extend all the way to Barfield Crescent Park in the southern end of the county. While some citizens use the trail for transportation, most use the trail for outdoor exercise and connecting with nature. Runners, walkers, cyclists, dog walkers, roller skaters enjoy the trail that meanders next to our Stones River. Both amateur and professional photographers have discovered the Greenway as the perfect backdrop, and bird watchers were intrigued as they watched a pair of owlets fledge from their nest this summer. Because Phase 4 connects to several neighborhoods, access to the Greenway is easy, allowing a greater portion of the city's population to enjoy our trail. With this new addition, the Greenway now connects 2 of the 3 largest city parks, 2 dog parks, and a historical village replica, which we all know is Cannonsburg, and also the Stones River National Battlefield. This is truly a gem in our community, and I hope all of you guys can get out and see this new section. With the addition of this wonderful trail, I thought it was a good time to introduce our Parks and Recreation Natural Resource Division, who play a key role in the entire Greenway system, trails in our park, as well as our wetlands. Over the last 3 years, dedicated staff has worked hard to identify unique and natural areas within our parks to better maintain their natural function. Especially in a fast-growing community such as Murfreesboro, it becomes even more imperative that we don't just preserve the green space, but also the native ecosystems for our plants and our wildlife. The goals of our Parks Natural Resource Division is to protect, restore, and maintain the natural resources within Murfreesboro Park System. In order to achieve this, staff focuses on 3 main areas. The first is restoration. This is returning areas to the original ecosystem functions. So examples of this would be exotic plant removal and control, a native plant nursery to provide these restored areas with indigenous plants, as well as managing an area with prescribed burns. The second focus would be our sensitive species. So some of Tennessee's rare and endangered plants and animals are found in our parks. For species approaching extinction, parks may provide the last remnants of their habitats, which were largely lost as Murfreesboro natural landscape was altered. Park resource specialists monitor many of these species in the parks to identify adverse changes in their habitats and correct them through resource management work. When appropriate, wildlife habitats can also be enhanced. The third is monitoring. So inventory efforts are being used in our parks to identify and catalog species of plants, trees, and wildlife, to assess and document long-term trends in the condition of park natural resources, including our plants and wildlife and their important habitats. Murfreesboro Parks also supports scientific studies by universities such as MTSU and other researchers who use parklands as sites for conducting studies designed to help us understand the ecological health of a park. Parklands maintained as natural areas can also serve as points of reference to evaluate changes in the surrounding area. In conclusion, Murfreesboro Parks are some of the best in the nation, and you don't have to go far in the city to experience one of these great places. It's wonderful as a staff member to have so many opportunities to serve this community, improve our natural areas, and to be a part of enhancing the quality of life for our patrons.
A metal detecting hobby turns out to be a part of a love story for one Murfreesboro couple. When Ransom and Wren Jones went on their first date July 4th, 1965, it was love at first sight. They were then married January 21st, 1966. What happens next is something that has bothered Jones for over 50 years.
But I didn't have that ring. I don't believe I had it, certainly less than a year and maybe even less than 6 months. And I lost it. I lost it right over here when I was handling some sawdust, some shavings. I was cleaning them up, trying to put them out there on that garden spot. And as I did so, I flipped that ring off my finger. And I could not find it. And we looked and we looked and we looked and could not find it. And so for the next 55 years, I really grieved over the loss of that ring. And so one afternoon I got a telephone call. And I was told that the ring had been found, and I just about fell out of my chair.
Murfreesboro residents Doug and Samantha Cook bought the home where the ring was lost, the former home of Murfreesboro Mayor Jennings Jones. As Jones was doing the final walkthrough with Cook, he mentioned losing his ring.
I had told Doug, I said, I lost my ring here. And that was, 15 or 16 years prior. And, I really grieve over that, losing that ring. Well, fast forward 15 or 16 years, and he remembered that conversation. He remembered it. So it was quite a happy event. It brings back an awful lot of memories, I'll tell you it does.
Cook took up metal detecting during the pandemic, and one day after a rain, he went out with his new toy, and there it was.
When I hit that spot, it was one of those where I was on a conference call, I was muted, and I'm just listening and just kind of trying to stay awake. So I figured, well, I'm going to go drag the metal detector around. And I stepped out of the garden and maybe took 2 steps, and it was the first thing.
Jones did get a replacement ring, but it was never quite as special.
I got him another wedding ring, and he would never wear it.
It was never the same. It just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same thing.
Yes.
Jones says to have his ring back after all these years is one of the best things that's happened to him in a long time.
I thought over the years, what should I have done to not have lost it? Or what should I have done to have found it? Where did I go wrong? All the recriminations that you go through. Because it was a very sentimental thing to me. And we've been married all these years, and had 2 great kids, and just to have it back was quite an event for us emotionally. It really was.
I'm lucky to be able to visit many places and bring that to you live on the City of Murfreesboro's Facebook page. These next 2 stories are long-standing parks and recreation programs that shows that when you're live, anything can happen. Good evening, Murfreesboro. I'm Michael Linn White with CityTV, and we are live tonight at Siegel Park, where it is the first week of Movies Under the Stars. And here to tell us all the information about this program is Becky Johnson. Becky, thank you for coming out here tonight. This is a little later than we usually do, and we're starting to see a few little raindrops, but that's okay. We're still going to go forward right now.
Yes, this actually happens quite often. The weather, as everybody knows in Middle Tennessee, is extremely unpredictable. So as soon as we're done this interview, the rain's going to stop. We're going to have perfect weather for the movie. But for those of you who want to come to Movies Under the Stars, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the program. It's the longest running program in Murfreesboro Parks and Rec. It has been running since 1947. That's awesome. 74 years, so we're hoping maybe we'll have a big celebration next summer. But it's an 8-week program. We show the same movie for each week, so there's 8 different movies, but we show them at 4 different locations. So on Monday nights, we're at Barfield Crescent Park. Thursday nights we're here at Richard Siegel Park, Fridays at Cason Trailhead, and then Saturday night at the Fountains at Gateway. And the movies all start at 8:30 p.m., but people arrive a little early, find a place to get settled. We do sell concessions. This year we have prepackaged popcorn, water, and sodas. But you can bring your own food if you'd like to bring your own picnic with you as well. Bring a long chair, a blanket, and just prepare to come watch a family-friendly movie.
We're excited that it's back this year, and how cool that it has been going on for that long.
Yes, it's a family favorite, so people definitely come out every summer. They pick their sites, and you can get the movie list at murfreesborotn.gov/parks. And we also post it on our Facebook page with Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation.
Hey guys, y'all came out tonight. It's raining on us. Hopefully it will stop. So have y'all come out here before?
Yes, we've been coming out here for years. We've made it a tradition, a summer tradition, that we just come out here every week and see the movie. We love getting our family time in, and we come out here early and play out the park, get their energy out, and they get to earn their allowance and spend it at the concessions and everything, so they enjoy it, and we love getting to meet new people in the community coming out. So
that's so
great.
nice.
Yeah.
And this rain isn't scaring y'all. If you come out a lot, you know it's happened before.
It happens all the time. We just roll with it.
It is. What'd you say, sweetie?
It's scaring me.
Is it scaring you? Oh gosh. Well, hope not. There's no lightning or anything,
No.
so I think we're okay. Hopefully it'll stop. But thank y'all for joining us. Sorry that this happened right now. So we're going to wrap this up. But Movies Under the Stars, Murfreesboro Parks and Rec Facebook page is the quickest, easiest way to find the information, times, and weather if it's canceled or not. So make sure to check that.
When the Murfreesboro Fire Department shows up and they start hooking up the fire hose, the kids start getting excited. Then the spraying begins. It's the long-standing program called Splash Out, run through the Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department.
We are here at Richard Siegel Neighborhood Park, where it is the first splash out of the season. And joining me is Murfreesboro Parks and Rec, Susan Hicks.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, Susan, this is so fun. The kids are loving it.
Oh yes, the kids love coming. This is our first event of the year for Splash Out. We have 2 other locations that we're going to go to. On July 8th, we will be at Barfield Crescent Park. And then again on July the 22nd, we're going to be at Old Fort Park.
Okay, so a couple of more events if you missed this one today. And it really is fun. The fire truck comes out and then they get it going, as you can see back there. And all the kids are just loving it. So Susan, why do y'all do this every year?
We do this every year because it's a give back to the community, and they all get to come and participate, and it's a free event. So we partner with Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department, and they help us with this every year.
Y'all come out here and do this. It's so nice.
Yes, we come out, do a little PR with the community. They really enjoy it. We get a lot out of it too, just interacting with the community, and the kids love it.
We also have a lifeguard here, so if you didn't know, they do provide lifeguards because the water does pool up.
We want to make sure everybody's safe here, and they're having a really fun time right now, and we just don't want anything to ruin that.
That is good. Thank you for being here. That's a great idea. And again, there's 3 of y'all here today, right?
Yeah, there's 3 of us, just to make sure, because there's quite a few puddles around, and we want to make sure that they don't fall into those.
I know earlier you were really excited about the firefighters coming.
This is really fun with the firefighters and the spinning circle water thing. I'm really having lots of fun. This is really fun.
Have you been out here before?
No, I've never been here.
Well, I thought it was cool when I saw the swirl thing too. You didn't think they were going to do that, did you?
No, I had no idea any of this was going to happen.
Okay.
I thought it would be like somewhere else in the grass or something. I think it's really fun though. When they shot out that, I got hit like 10 times.
You did, but it feels good, huh? Because it's hot out here.
Yes, I'm really happy and so excited. I hope my parents bring me to the next few.
I hope they do too. Bye, sweetie. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, this is so cute and fun. If you have kids or even if you want to come out here yourself, check MurfreesboroParks.com, or you can check Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Facebook page to see all the dates when this will be happening. Again, it's Splash Out, and they will be at different locations, so make sure to check that out. I'm Michael Linn White, CityTV.
The Tennessee Department of Transportation's Highway 99 widening project has been very challenging to motorists, but is getting close to finishing. Murfreesboro's traffic engineer talks about where the project is.
Right now it looks like, it's completed, but it's not. There are a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes. Utility relocations, curb and gutters, box culverts are being installed. We are having construction crews take care of that in a timely manner, so that they are not fighting traffic and lane closures. Currently, there is a major storm drain crossing on the north side of Cason along Highway 99. That's why Cason Lane is closed. It will stay closed till about mid-July. That storm drain is at least 10 to 15 feet deep, and they were not able to manage traffic, cutting down the road that deep and safely keeping traffic.
There's also work being done at the intersection of Warrior Drive and Highway 99. Ram talks about this project.
Based on the projected traffic volumes that will be generated by Costco and all the other development that's already on Warrior Drive, we felt that additional turn lanes will be needed. We are hoping that the city improvements on Warrior Drive will be completed in the next couple of weeks. So by mid-July, it should be all paved and striped.
With the opening of the new Costco July 20th, Ram speaks about how motorists will be affected with the Highway 99 project still ongoing.
Just like any development, a major business like that opens up, the first few weeks will be hectic, because people are trying to get acclimated with the traffic pattern, with all the new changes at that interchange and at that intersection. With double lefts, there will be some signal modifications to accommodate. We will be monitoring the traffic to see where there are peaks and where there are trouble spots along Warrior Drive to accommodate, make some quick changes as the traffic normalizes. So we ask for your patience coming through the signal.
Ram tells us TDOT's projected completion of the Highway 99 project.
We had a meeting with TDOT a week ago, and right now completion date is set for late August, early September. Now that's weather dependent.
Murfreesboro City Schools attorney Elizabeth Taylor was recognized at a June school board meeting.
I did want to take a moment to recognize our very own Miss Elizabeth Taylor. If you did not know, this past week she was selected to participate in the 2020 Tennessee Bar Association Leadership Law class. The Leadership Law program aims to serve the legal profession by equipping participants with the vision, knowledge, and skills necessary to serve leaders in the profession and the community as a whole. Well, this past Friday, Ms. Taylor was awarded the Larry D. Wilkes Leadership Award from the Tennessee Bar Association Leadership Law. This award is chosen by the class in recognition of exceptional leadership qualities that enhance the leadership law experience for all class members, and her name will be included on a very large trophy. You can show you the picture that will be housed at the Tennessee Bar Association. So we are just so proud of Ms. Taylor and, of course, the work she does.
So then this award that your name's going to go on this trophy was awarded to you by the class.
Yes, they voted for me.
So your peers voted for you. That's
really
better.
Yeah.
That's
A
group of leaders say that were selected to go to the school.
Yes, and I will say that people in the program she's talking about, T-Wall, are fantastic, and they're the promising leaders of the Bar Association in the future. So for them to pick Elizabeth is really
Thank you very much.
high praise.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great report, Dr. Duke.
MTSU track and field national champ Keegan Chimaldi and Lady Raider basketball standout Anastasia Hayes were both selected as Conference USA Athletes of the Year. This is a big honor for these outstanding athletes and also for MTSU, joining just one other school in the conference to have 2 athletes receive this honor in the same year. 5 chiefs from the Murfreesboro Fire Rescue Department attended the Southeastern Association of Fire Chiefs Conference in Biloxi, Mississippi. They attended classes, equipment exhibitions, and meetings. Chief Mark Folks was voted in as the International Director for the Southeastern Association of Fire Chiefs. He will serve on the board and executive board and the board of directors for the International Association of Fire Chiefs. The Murfreesboro City Council selects Jennifer Brown, who served as Assistant Finance Director, as the new City Recorder Treasurer. In this appointed position, Brown will serve as the Finance Director, replacing Melissa Wright, who is retiring effective July 13, 2021, after nearly 30 years with the city. The Human Resources Department, at the direction of Council, conducted a national search using Baker Tilly, a consultant firm from Chicago, Illinois, to provide 5 candidates for review, including Brown. The Murfreesboro City Council discussed each candidate before making their decision.
I'm going to make a motion that we move forward on candidate number 2.
I second.
Any discussion? Ms. Wright, please call the roll.
Vice Mayor Scales Harris.
Aye.
Mr. LaLance.
Aye.
Mr. Martin.
Aye.
Mr. Shacklet.
Aye.
Mr. Wade.
Aye.
Mr. Wright.
Aye.
Mayor McFarland.
Aye. Is it okay now to say candidate 2 is Jennifer Brown, who is, you know, director?
No.
Ms. Brown, congratulations. We went through a process, and we've been consistent on doing that to understand it's sometimes you don't know what you have till you understand what you have. And I will say I emailed Pam last night. I think, well, it's public record, Pam, so it doesn't matter. I just asked Pam's opinion. I said it seems to me that Ms. Brown is the most qualified out of the 5, and Pam said hands down that's what she saw at the same time. So congratulations. We know you're already part of the team, and I know Ms. Wright is ready to be able to go spend time with her grandkids. So
I'm delighted to say I agree with your decision, and I knew what I had, so I'm thrilled to find out now that y'all know too.
thank you. Awesome.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Brown served as Assistant Finance Director since March 2019. During that time, she helped spearhead audit preparations, accounting software upgrades, and implemented more efficient processes. Brown earned a master's degree in the accounting from the University of Alabama in 2005. The city is committed to providing a transparent view of financial data. The Open Finance Portal provides a transparent look at the types of revenues collected and how those public funds are spent. The charts, graphs, and tables are highly interactive. You can get to the Finance Portal by going to the City of Murfreesboro's website at www.murfreesborotn.gov. Hover over Your Government, click on Finance and Tax, and then Open Finance Portal. Well, that's it for this edition of In the City. As always, for more information about the City of Murfreesboro or any of the stories you've seen here, you can always visit our website at www.murfreesborotn.gov. And if you want to see any of the stories that you've seen today or catch up on some of the latest city news, you can always visit the City of Murfreesboro's YouTube channel. I'm Michael Linn White, and until next time, we look forward to seeing you in the city.